So let's take interchange of degrees of comparison. Interchange of degrees of comparison. Now, adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives and adverbs are found in 3 degrees, and it is with the help of a change in degree of comparison I can bring an interchange between affirmative and negative. I can change an affirmative sentence into a negative sentence by changing the degree of comparison. So for example, the situation is he loves all his sons equally well. I've taken a difficult example. However, an affirmative sentence, by simply changing the degree of comparison I can, and without changing its meaning, I can express myself and say that he does not love any one of his sons more than the other. I can express myself in this manner. For example, the situation is Rustam is stronger than Saurabh. Now, simply by changing the degree of comparison, I can express myself in yet another manner without changing the meaning. So here, in this case, I can say Saurabh is not as strong as Rustam. Saurabh is not as strong as Rustam. I can say this. These are all very simple. However, we must understand that there is a difference between the two sentences. For example, I say the Taj is the most beautiful monument, and the Taj is one of the most beautiful monuments. Now here again, this is all, the two sentences have been expressed using superlative degree. Beautiful is in superlative degree in in both the sentences. And the first sentence describes, the two sentences that is, they describe different situations. In the first sentence, the implication is that Taj is the only monument whose beauty excels the beauty of all other monuments. In the second, the implication is that there are a few other monuments which are as beautiful as the Taj, and therefore I express if this is the situation, then I express myself in this manner. The Taj is one of the most beautiful monuments. However, the important thing is if this phrase, I use this phrase, one of the important thing for us to understand, if I use one of the, and if I may use a superlative degree, I may not also use, but the fact remains that the noun that comes thereafter should be in plural. The noun that comes after should be in the plural, otherwise the construction is wrong. So for example, let's take another situation. This sum is as difficult as that sum. Now here difficult has been expressed in positive degree. I can rewrite the sentence without changing its meaning and using a different degree. I can express myself by saying that sum is not any more difficult than this sum. So when I bring an interchange between degrees of comparison, I learn different ways of expression. I learn different ways of expression which exist. which exist. So we also have change in narration. What is meant by changing the narration is if the speech is in direct, I have to change it into indirect and vice versa. So I bring a change in narration. Direct speech and indirect speech is what we learn in changing the narration. Important thing here, for example, the most important thing, however, there are two important things. If the direct speech has a question, that becomes very important.